Walking the walk, talking the talk, telling you what a CEO is all about. This is the podcast for she's only. We share our stories of leadership to inspire you. So welcome to the She Sleeps, the podcast for she's only. She's only a woman in leadership. So come on, CEO, you should join the show. She Sweets Podcast with Jodi Hood.
Welcome to She Sweets Podcast with me, your host, Jodi Hood. This is the place where She Sweet executives share and compare unfiltered realities that our male counterparts will never face. We laugh, we cry, we thrive, and we survive. I am so elated to be here today with you. And what is our topic today? Well, it is about truth. And the truth is, boldness, beauty, and brilliance is unbenchable. Now, I'm going to tell you where I'm going with that in just a minute. So, hey, I want to talk about speaking the truth. No, not the kind you need to run a marathon, but the kind you need to sit in a boardroom, in a C-suite, in a place where She Suites, where our voices aren't always welcomed. And I'm going to start with my favorite girl, Angel Reese, one of the brightest young stars in the WNBA. Now, I don't know if you follow the WNBA, but because of this young lady right here, Angel Reese, I'm following, I'm watching, and I am learning so many leadership lessons from this beautiful young woman. Now, let me tell you what has happened, recent events. Angel got suspended for half of a game. Half a game. Not for fighting, not for breaking the rule, but for doing something we as women know all too well. She simply told the truth. She spoke out about leadership decisions in her franchise, and as a result, she was benched for not a whole game, but half game. And how did Angel respond? She didn't play at all. I could imagine her thinking, I might be sitting here on this bench on the outside, but in my head, I'm standing even taller, more bold, more beautiful, and more brilliant. Now think about that. One of the most talented and popular athletes on the floor benched for speaking truth to power. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Let me tell you something. How many times have we as women leaders been told, tone it down? Don't rock the boat. Or here's my favorite, girl, you need to pick your battles. What is that translation? Don't say too much. Don't upset the status quo. Don't upset the system. Don't make them uncomfortable. But here's the reality. Speaking truth will always make someone uncomfortable. That's why it's called truth. And in a man's world, whether it's sports or the boardroom, the cost for women who speak up is often higher. We get sidelined, silenced, labeled difficult, and in Angel's case, benched. Mm-hmm. Now, trust me, one of my podcasts is you have to know when to pause and when to pounce. So while telling the truth is always in order, but the more important part of telling the truth is to know when and where. Now, in this case, it kind of was the right time. And let me tell you what Angel taught us in this moment of speaking the truth. Truth, my friends, is costly, but silence costs even more. Because when women leaders bite their tongues, organizations lose innovation, they lose morale, and progress slows down. Women voices aren't just commentary. They're strategy. They are vision. They are future. And yes, it takes bravery to use them as well as wisdom. Again, timing is important. So I'm not saying that I got to tell you what I think and I don't care what nobody else thinks. It's the truth anyway. No, there is a little strategy in telling the truth. But when the time presents itself, you must speak the truth, regardless of the backlash. So here's my encouragement, She Sweets, who may be in a similar situation. Be like Angel. Be brave enough to tell the truth, even if it costs your playing time. Because the real win in keeping the peace is in changing the game. So let me say that again. The real win isn't always keeping the peace. Sometimes you have to be a disruptor, but the real win is changing the game. Ladies, let's be honest. We weren't built to sit quietly on the bench. We were built to lead. And I say to you who are trying to be, who people are trying to silence, or if they are trying to bench you for being honest, be bold, be brave, and most of all, stay true. All right, that's it for today. And everybody knows what I'm going to say. Like me on Facebook, connect with me on LinkedIn, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Jodi Easterling Hood. And you already know I'm available 24/7, anytime, anywhere on Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, Apple, and Deezer. So, what's the message for our C-suites and our aspiring C-suites? We want to keep walking the walk and talking the talk. And to the men in the suites, you know what? We're coming at you. Girls, continue to show beauty and brilliance. Why? Because we are unbenchable. All righty, people. See you next time.
She's sweet, we come, they retreat. These women top notch, they vibe is elite. Yeah, they walk in the walk, talk in the talk. They some real boss ladies, they done paid the cost, baby. Now they going off crazy. Yeah, she's sweet, coming at you straight from the C-suites. Real talk, we don't need nothing phony. It's for the girls, yeah, for the G's on.